This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of August 28, 2023. You may well be going into this week with quite the lengthy list of what you expect to accomplish, hope to accomplish, need to accomplish. But this is one of those weeks where something else has other plans for you. Your frustration will be less if you scale your expectations back. If you can take any time off, this is an incredible week to do it. And otherwise, sit back and watch things play out on their own schedule. Mercury has entered its first full week of retrograde, which will continue into mid-September. Venus is wrapping up her retrograde, which has been going on since the 22nd of July, and she stations direct on the 3rd and isn't moving very quickly at all, adding to the slowing sensation. Uranus is stationing retrograde, a condition that the quick change artist will stay in well into January. And at this point, everything but Mars and Jupiter is retrograde. And Jupiter is going to go retrograde as soon as Venus goes direct. Is your head spinning yet? But wait, there's more. Add to that Saturn, who takes his time and slows everything down, is smack on top of the Pisces full moon this week. All of which means it's going to feel like we're moving in slow-mo. And this can actually, hear me out, benefit you because you can see what's floating in front of you. You have a fighting chance to actually spy what's going on, especially with the last week of the dual inner planet retrogrades. Conversations, interpersonal developments, memories of days long gone, ghosts from the past, misunderstandings, clearing up, reorganizing, changing your thinking, and reclaiming bits of yourself. All of those will dominate this week, and you may finally slow down enough to see something in a way that you didn't perceive before. Especially with the lobber of lightning bolts, Uranus, stationing retrograde, we could have a lot of aha moments and breaking the hold that certain situations have had on our memories and our stories. This slow atmosphere definitely affects the way we experience the Pisces full moon, which occurs on the 30th with Saturn on top of the moon. This has an inherent paradox built into it because Pisces is all connected. So a Pisces full moon could involve a fair amount of picking up other people's stuff or feeling the weight of the world or enmeshment issues or what we used to call codependency issues or boundary issues. And Saturn being there gives us a fighting chance to put a lid on a lot of this stuff. Now, for some people, it may be an extremely depressing or sobering experience. It may be a wake-up call showing you how much you have picked up from other people or showing you the impact you have had on other people and asking you to answer for it. It may be a wake-up call more than suggesting that different boundaries would be healthy for you at this point in your life. And some people might be having all of these possibilities or a bunch of them blended together. Saturn is retrograde as it meets the moon, and it is at the halfway point in its retrograde, which started on June 17th and will continue until November 4th. You might be getting a bit of a status report on how well you've been adulting since Saturn entered Pisces at the beginning of March, or how well you have been handling the commitment and responsibility and accountability issues that have been stirred by wherever Saturn has been traveling in your chart. You may be thinking about the state of your creativity, your inspiration and guidance, the state of your connection to the greater consciousness, your guides, spirit, the divine, and above all, how you feel about all of this. And as the full moon ebbs, you have a few days left to really explore what the Venus retrograde journey has meant for you since the end of July. What have you picked up about yourself? What have you reclaimed? What have you learned? What ancient invalidations have you neutralized? What bits of yourself are back inside of you rather than strewn across your memories? The weekend is likely to be incredibly nostalgic, bringing you into contact with all kinds of people, even if only in your thinking, even if only in your conversations with friends. And as Venus stations direct, we get a nudge from the skies to calibrate how we are going about pushing ourselves out into the world. Mars makes an adjustment aspect to Saturn. It's time to tweak, it's time to take action and handle ourselves differently. Differently in light of what overtakes us emotionally during the Pisces full moon. Homing thought of the week: may as well enjoy the slowdown. Song of the week: Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. And warning, there is a curse word at the end. And the image of the week is dropping a pearl into molasses. Learn more about this in my forecast for the Pisces full moon, which is up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, and in my Guide to Mercury Retrograde at Om Times. Look for the link below. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. Visit my site, empowermentunlimited.net, to sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. I also host lively conversation on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and the group The Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I'm on Instagram and Threads at K.A. Biehl, and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.